it.
Say the word.
No.
That'll work.
There you go. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
To Am I the Asshole?
Yep.
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 I'm not even going to give any preamble. My week has been shit.
Yep.
And the exact topic is why. Not necessarily just my boss, but just my job in general.
Yeah.
And
Jobs have a tendency to do some bullshit.
Yep. And I'm not going to talk about where I work. And if somehow magically my boss finds this, well.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
Full send, I guess.
Yep.
No, this is not going to be me ragging on my job at all. This is just simply going to be me allowing myself to air grievances without going off at work.
Yep. This is therapy.
Yep.
Kind of.
Yeah, and you know it's been a long week when it's 9:00 at night and I'm drinking a fucking Monster to get through this.
Oof.
But it's our favorite.
Yep.
Call back.
So
Go
good.
watch the energy drinks episodes.
Looks so fucking good. I haven't had an energy drink since then. No, that's a lie. No, moving. I had one. Maybe two.
Would you turn to the fucking Flash?
No, because it doesn't work on me. Like if I drink like a fuck ton in a short period of time, like what we did, then yeah. But
nah, dog. I've seen the Flash phase through doors. I'm sure that's what you would do. Just
probably. Although I would have phased through the U-Haul and end up in the fucking drivetrain. Once I finally come to, I'm just in a million pieces, fucking ginger spaghetti.
I will say the Monster is not mixing well on the tummy because
rarely does.
My wife, well, for me, it's fine. My wife and I, however, decided to go on a lovely diet together because, hey, I turn 33 next month and she's rapidly approaching her 30s.
Yeah.
And she popped out 2 kids. She still looks fine as fuck, but she did, she wants to feel more comfortable in her body. And I was like, baby, I'm with you. Let's fucking do it. How can I support you? And she was like, would you do this diet with me? And I was like, fuck yeah, I will. What are we doing? And so we're doing paleo, which is all clean meats, veggies, nuts. That's it. Like shit that you can hunt and gather.
Yeah.
That's it. Milk's out the fucking door. Bread's out the fucking door. All of it. So tonight on my way home, this is the preamble. I guess I am going to give you a preamble. Tonight on my way home, stop by Chipotle. Bless. And we didn't do rice. We didn't do any, we did bowls, but we didn't do rice. It was just beans, meat, and veggies. And they gave me a fuckload of beans.
Oh, God.
And
So you're mixing beans and Monster. I'm so glad I am 2,000 miles away from you right now because the fucking fallout from what's about to happen out of that man's asshole is nuclear for sure. Fucking.
I shit and sharted.
Hiroshima, I hardly knew Shima. That was a stretch. Anyway, moving on.
Let that one simmer for a second. I want y'all to simmer with me on that.
No, but what we don't want to simmer in is the gas coming out of your fucking asshole. So let's
Hey, what's a pissed off chicken's favorite thing to say? Fuck off. Anyways, all right, moving on. There's mine.
Ugh.
There you go.
Anyway, so we're gonna find out about some horrible bosses as usual. I'm gonna beat him in rock paper scissors here in a second, and then we'll continue on with this episode. See, the snap is what ruined it because we heard the snap.
I realize you heard it. Yes, I know. Yes, horrible bosses, not the movie. The Am I the Asshole podcast edition. My name's Jason Sudeikis. No, it's not.
What are we doing?
Oh, the Ted Lasso. I don't know, dude. That's what kind of week we've had.
We started on the rails and then immediately veered right off.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
Let's
get this shit
back.
going. We have 4 stories queued up for y'all. You know what we have to do to start this, though? I have to lose a rock, paper, scissors. So,
Yep.
I've accepted my fate.
It's all you. Yep.
You go. You count.
No,
You're
go.
the winner. You're the champion right now.
I cede that to you.
All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Damn. All right. It's a good battle. Good battle. I was
It's kind
worried
of
that
reverse
we're
psychology.
it was reverse psychology because I wanted to lose.
If I admit defeat, I'll win.
Said
First story.
nobody ever.
Let's get going. First one on the docket for today. Am I the asshole for ignoring my boss and blocking his number on my vacation?
Nope. Just immediately.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Yep.
Next. All right, moving on. Fastest episode ever. My boyfriend, 29 male, and I, 26 female, are currently long distance. We take turns visiting each other. Good on you. He came to see me after almost 2 months of not seeing each other. We finally were to make plans, and I requested to have 5 days off, which was approved from my job. I've worked there for 6 years. I'm a security guard at a department store. It was after my shift, and I was heading out quickly. I had to pick up my boyfriend from the airport. I clocked out, and while I was saying goodbye to everyone, my new boss of two, and while I was saying goodbye to everyone, period, that's supposed to be a comma, my new boss of 2 weeks stopped me, and he asked if I could cover a shift, since one of my coworkers called in sick. We're short-staffed, and he needs me to stay for a couple more hours. Couple hours more. I had a 10-hour shift. I was exhausted. I responded, no, I'm sorry, but I am unable to do that, and I can't stay late. I've covered shifts before in the past. I don't mind, but I had somewhere to be. I mentioned I was picking up someone at the airport. He told me that they could take an Uber. My boyfriend wouldn't be happy with me if I did it to him. If I did to him. Okay. Also, he has no key to my apartment. No one else wanted to stay, and I was the third person he asked that said no. I said, sorry, I can't just tonight, another time. He called me a lousy worker. Hey, and I'm not a team player. I said, guess I'm not a team player, and I walked past him. I called out. I'll see him in 5 days. While driving to the airport, I kept getting calls and texts from him. It got so bad that I had to pull over and turn my phone off. My boss wanted me to come back to work. I had to turn on my phone so my boyfriend could contact me. My phone was flooded with text messages. Ding after ding, I think I got close to 15 texts. I blocked his number. I was so happy to see my boyfriend. I was getting emails from my boss constantly when it was supposed to be my time off. I didn't respond to, and I rarely take vacation. I just want to stop here for a second. This is not me. This is not me. It's the fucking OP. I am not having a strong. Don't call the bondulance. Okay. Where did I leave off? Holy shit.
On the all of a sudden numbering sequence
here we go.
1.
1. He was asking me stuff that I didn't know the answer to. Second, what the fuck?
Next one's gonna be
you're
C.
an asshole. You're an asshole for typing this. Second, if I did, I'm not telling him. I don't know. I was starting to get petty. I still had fun with my boyfriend. When I went to work, my boss called me to his office. He blew up at me for being unprofessional, and he's still new to this job. I should have helped or at least replied to the emails. I responded other people could have helped him. It's not my responsibility when it's my vacation time. I got my first write-up ever. Oh, shit. Is this something I'm missing? Did I do something inherently wrong here? I'm actually considering to report him. He is still new to his job. Am I the asshole?
Edit safe.
Okay, edit. I'm Canadian. I live in BC. Okay. Update.
We'll
read the update.
Yeah, just read it all.
Update. I don't want
except,
to.
Well, except for the third edit. Third edit, ignore that one.
Gotcha.
And the final update. We'll get to that.
Gotcha. Update. I just sent an email to my HR with all the emails, texts, call logs, and any other evidence I have. My job isn't like on call, So I don't understand why he was bothering me. He is my age roughly. On a happier note, me and my boyfriend are planning to move in together. Hey, W's. You're still an asshole for typing this. Edit 2. I'm a security guard at a department store. I like my job. HR is setting a meeting up for tomorrow with me and my boss. My boss tried asking me out in his first week of working, but I told him down nicely.
Yeah, just stop right there. No, definitely not the asshole. We're just going to go ahead and get that one out of the way. No, this guy's a fucking prick. He has no boundaries. Sounds like he's harassing you because you rejected him. And so that's retaliatory, which is very illegal, regardless of the country, usually, unless it's like North Korea. But like, yeah, no, this guy. What?
I'm going to pause you on that one. There's only one thing that we're missing here. And it's not necessarily a detail that's required by this story, but it could make things a little different. I don't know how it is in Canada, but I know in the US, there are two very different, distinct types of positions. There's hourly and salary.
Yeah.
Now, the only saving grace here is that you had 5 days of PTO. If that's already approved, that's your PTO. Boop, scoot, and boogie. If you're not technically on PTO yet, depending on how the contract looks when you sign it for your job as a salaried employee, they can request that you work longer.
They can request.
Correct. However, in most circumstances, you have to meet that request because you're not paid by the hour. You're a contracted employee who technically has a free clock. Now,
so I can understand that, but that's not the situation here.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, we don't know that part, so I wouldn't go as far as to the details of the weeds you were going there.
I wasn't going any weeds. It was all direct. You're going in the weeds right
now. No, because you said that like jobs can't do that. There are circumstances where they can. However,
all right, this job
with the detail that's provided, no, not the asshole.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that
I'm assuming they're an hourly employee. But if they had said their salary, I'm gonna be like, oh, like that's even though to answer the question, your boss is an asshole. But
yeah.
Like, if you're required to stay based on like your contractual obligation, that's a different ballgame.
I highly doubt a department store is going to hire a security guard salary. You know, that's agree. So like that was my immediate like I didn't think it was a thing. So that I'm not in the weeds. I'm in the detail. But anyway, not the asshole. Shrug. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I agree, not the asshole. Yeah, no, like your boss. I honestly, I don't expect this guy to last much longer. Like, if you're acting like that to an employee already, and you're just expecting employees to stay regardless of the situation, like, you're not gonna last long.
Yeah. Well, on that note, real quick before we continue, we're both saying not the asshole. Reddit agrees. Now read the edit and the update.
Yeah, Reddit says not the asshole. Final edit to add. Thank you for everyone's support when I posted this. I thought I was being a little dramatic. I'm glad I'm not the crazy one. I've decided that I'm going to look for a new job. Okay. I still want to do security work, but I'm just going to move on. Don't worry, I'm still going to complain about my boss and report him. Final update. My boss was fired.
Good. Fuck him.
Yeah, people like that just don't last. God. Like, you just can't. You cannot expect a team environment if you're a fucking dictator over everyone.
Yeah, and like I don't get the gall of this guy to, because I'm sure even though he's new, he knows that she's on PTO. So why are you even bothering?
Yeah,
and so it's that lack of personal space that pisses me the fuck off. So
yeah.
Anyway,
well, I mean, like, and I distinctly remember, what was it? It was, oh no, it was the university I used to work for. I mean, it was a shitty university in general, but I'm not going to say the name. Just look it up on Hulu. The university I used to work for would do that shit where you'd be on PTO and they'd be like, hey, we need you to come in. No, I'm on PTO. Like, you have no reason to call me right now. Like, you have over 200 employees in that fucking department. Yeah. Ain't no reason to call me. The fucking bubonic plague ain't running rampant through the fucking building. You shut the fuck up. But God for fucking bid, one time if you even try to call out without PTO, like if you're sick or something, whew, like places like that, they'll fucking fire you in a fucking heartbeat, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Places shitty.
Yeah. But all in all, to this story here, I would have handled the exact same way. I would have given them probably one answer of like, hey, leave me alone. I'm on PTO. And then shut my phone off.
Yeah. Or block number. Nope. Not a single, like, I'm on PTO, no work correspondence has to happen. If I want to,
it was more like a
maybe.
Go ahead.
But, like, if I wanted to, like, if I actually like the place I work at, maybe. But
yeah,
no, fuck that.
It's kind of like the warning shot, like, hey, it's gonna get real ugly for you if you don't stop. Like, But let's read some comments. You're up first.
Yeah, first one here from His Holiness the Poop. I was going to point up, but I'm assuming more down. Not the asshole. You need to elevate this to HR. Your boss doesn't get to impede on your vacation time unless your contract states that you have to be available 24/7. He crossed major lines and needs to be held accountable for it.
I would like to take a moment and hand out the award for most creative Reddit name I think I've ever seen. Me in a nutshell.
That is pretty good. That is really good. It's big dubs.
But no, I agree. And I think with these comments, we're going to see a lot of, like, especially with all the updates that were added.
Yeah.
We're going to see a lot of corresponding, like,
yeah.
traits.
The only people that would disagree with this is the boss.
100%.
Yeah. Unless he's in Reddit right now, just fucking.
Yeah. He's fucking Deshaun Watson with a burner account, fucking trying to, like, save his career. That's a football joke for y'all. Next comment here, not the asshole. You were on vacation. You were not obligated in any way to work on your vacation. I would go to HR to get that right up off your record. Yeah, like, again, I think and I don't want to dive into the weeds, but I will say where I was going with the mindset of salary versus hourly, if you're still within that parameter of the day that's not scheduled for PTO, you're technically still in your contractual time.
Yeah.
But that's the only caveat to this. And I highly fucking doubt their salary.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I think
this one's pretty open
closed.
Yeah. There's no extra there. So
moving on.
Next. Am I the asshole for telling my boss no to working weekends when my coworkers don't? I get the feeling this one's going to go the same way. I got hired for this salary job. Where they really hyped up the work-life balance and reasonable hours in the job interview. Like the way they never expect people to stay late or work on weekends or holidays. That turned out to be bullshit. My boss got my personal phone number off my resume from when I applied, and after not long, he was blowing up my phone on nights and weekends asking me to come work. I'd always not answer when he'd ask on Monday why I wasn't answering my phone. I'd pull out my work phone like, sorry, are you sure you had the right number? I'm not seeing any missed calls, and he'd often say he called my own cell, so I'd say that I don't really use it much. I leave it home a lot, and when I do check it, I've usually got like 40 missed calls, and my voicemail is always full, so I probably miss stuff unless I'm expecting a call at a certain time. And that if he needs to reach me, he should try my work phone because I'm very careful to follow up on any call to that within one business day. He asked me how he could reach me outside of 9 to 5 because he sees I leave my work phone on my desk at night and over the weekend. I said that honestly, I'm not glued to any phone on the weekend. So if he needs me to take a call on the weekend, could he make it a meeting request and put it on my calendar so I know to be available? Or if I know I won't be available to take a call, I can suggest an alternate time to call. He said he wasn't really going to work for, he said that wasn't really going to work for him. More often things come up last minute. And when he calls people on the weekend, it wasn't planned. And that he was not calling for a teleconference meeting. He's calling, asking people to come in. I said that on weekends, I usually have commitments that were made 1 to 3 weeks out, and I'm not often available to cancel a previous commitment with under a day notice. So if he needs me in on a weekend, it'd be best if he could schedule that 3 weeks out so that I know not to make conflicting plans. He said that wasn't possible, and I said, okay, he could try and reach out, and I'd answer the phone if I heard it ringing, but I wasn't always on the phone, so I might not catch it always. Anyways, I've gone back to ignoring his calls, and my coworkers have gotten kind of frustrated with me, saying that coming in on weekends is part of the job and that I wasn't pulling my weight. I said that I don't know what job they signed on for, but in my job interview, I was promised regular hours and took my pay based on regular hours, so I'm working regular hours. My coworkers got frustrated and said that if everyone did what I was doing, nothing would get done. I said maybe nothing should get done then if it's coming at the cost of y'all not being home for dinner with the family. I don't really think my coworkers see it as an option to say no, so they're angry at me because I'm doing it and they're not comfortable doing it. Am I the asshole for not working evenings or weekends? Interesting. Because they don't say in the article at all, like, is somebody else covering that? Or is the boss just calling this one person?
It sounds like everyone else is doing it and they're not.
But the title says otherwise. So that's the hard part. So like we're getting kind of conflicting information based on that.
No, read the title. Read the title. Now that we read the story, the way it should be read.
Oh yeah.
Am I the asshole for telling my boss no when my coworkers don't?
Gotcha.
Not to working weekends.
Yep.
They don't tell the boss no.
So it sounds like OP didn't read the actual contract of their employment and just went based off of the interview itself, which that's not how you should do it.
Nope.
It's now it sucks because that's a bit of a bait and switch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I'm gonna say some pretty enlightening shit that I think more people need to hear.
Okay.
We were not put on this planet to wake up, work, sleep, shit, or excuse me, eat, shit, sleep. We weren't. The work-life balance is far more important than most people give it. The American dream of the 80s and 90s when everyone was a hard-working family, right? Mom stayed home with the kids while dad went off to work and that's not it anymore. Back then, all kinds of shit was different. The economy was different. The fucking world was honestly on a different scale than it is now. Ever since 2000, shit's been off the fucking rails. Let's be honest. So let's call a fucking spade a spade. Companies expecting employees to work 7 fucking days a week? No. Are you an asshole for telling your boss no to working on weekends? No. I'm not going to get caught up in the sauce of what could be, because to your point, like you said, it could be a bait and switch.
Yeah.
It could be that their contract says they need to work weekends. It could be that. But based on what we have, no. I don't think you're being an asshole for putting your life and work balance at the forefront and telling your boss, here's work, here's my life, and this is the importance of both. I know this pays the bills, but this keeps me from fucking like losing my mind. So both of these are equally important.
Yeah.
End of story. I could understand calling OP an asshole if you are correct. If we had the context of saying you were correct, but we don't have that context.
Mm.
Now, I just went on a tangent about this in the last story, and I'm going to make my point. Even salaried employees should make a work-life balance important.
Yeah.
However, you are a salaried employee. And I can only assume, much like my lovely, fantastic co-host here, that your contract states, yes, you work your 40 hours, but there is potential for you to work more
Yeah.
if the event calls for it. We can't call OP not an asshole based on the fact that their company's being shitty for overusing that policy for salaried employees. But we can call OP an asshole if it's situations where, let's say, there's a massive project due and we're going to need to spend the next 3 weekends working on this. Like, sorry, the next 21 days of your life is going to be owned by the company. He kind of signed on for it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say everyone sucks.
I think I agree with that. Yeah.
But that's because there's points on each side that suck. Not that OP completely sucks. I agree with the work-life balance. You and I agree on that. We've made that conversation before, or had that conversation on here before.
Yep.
But when it comes to the job and the requirements, and you admitted to being a salaried employee, I think the only thing we're missing is it required? You know, like, is that requirement there based on your contract?
Yeah.
But still, you're a salaried employee. So you signed on to know that any given time, you're going to have to work more. So I'm going to say everyone sucks. You say.
Yeah, I think I have to go everyone sucks because I don't have enough context to say asshole or not the asshole, and everybody's kind of sucking a little bit based off of the post. So yeah, I
even
have
the
to go everyone
coworkers.
sucks. Yeah, I mean, even the coworkers, because nobody's standing up for themselves, like except for OP. But that can cause division and strife as well. So that's why unions are a thing. But
valid.
Yep. But anyway, so yeah, we're saying everyone sucks.
Reddit says
not the
asshole,
which I kind of get, but you know, it's there's not enough context to really sway it either way.
Yeah, but I think we're about to get some really Reddit responses.
At least a few. Yeah, it is Reddit after all. So
yeah. Let's go ahead and jump into these comments. First one here.
Yep.
Not the asshole, but I'd start looking for a new job. Yeah,
it's fair. Yeah, I mean, if you don't like the conditions you work in, don't work in it. Like, you know, I mean, of course, you can't just up and quit. Which actually, OP responded to that, saying, "I'm actively looking, but I also decided to hold out for something really good and not just jump on the first offer I get. So it's taking some patience. So, you know, earn the money while you can.
Yeah,
maybe, you know, kind of bare minimum it, but and then scooch on off to the next place that hopefully has some much clearer guidelines, and definitely read the fuck out of that contract before you sign it." So
yeah, no, I agree entirely. Like, I think that when it comes to that level, you got to have a level of patience, do it smart. You know, yeah, your job currently sucks, but start making those moves.
Yep.
It's a game of chess. You ain't gonna win that motherfucker on the first move. Figure out your moves as you go, make smart ones, and then once you hit it big.
Yep.
So next comment here, I believe is yours.
Yep. Yeah. It says, not the asshole, but be prepared to be fired soon. Your coworkers and boss are going to be looking for any reason to get you in trouble. And if you are on probation, expect to be let go. I know it sucks, but that's the way these companies bootlickers work. Good on you for standing your ground. Shame on the company for lying to you about the job. Which, again, we don't really have that context completely.
I was gonna say,
but based off of the context, I get the comment because of it, you know. So like, it's
if we knew what the contract looked like, sick. But because OP admitted to being a salaried employee,
usually that means they own you.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that salaried employees are literally contracted to work when the fuck ever.
Yeah.
Like, if your contract states you're a salaried employee, you're gonna work, you're mandated to work your minimum 40 hours. Sick. That doesn't mean it fucking cuts off. I've pulled some long fucking weeks before on salary, being on salary.
Yep.
It ain't fun, but sometimes it got to be done, and that's what the job calls for. So, hate to say it, but it's true.
Unfortunately.
Next comment down here, it said, the third one's deleted, but the next one after that says, not the asshole. The only people being unfair are your coworkers who are being unfair to themselves. If they get frustrated, then they should stop working weekends. Hopefully they figure that out and stick to it. If it's a genuine issue for the business, then they need to find a fair way of scheduling time on weekends and compensating people for that, not asking you to work last minute for no extra pay. Okay, so no one understands what salary means. Got it. That's yeah, there it is. Unfortunately, when you sign on a salaried contract, you say, I'm okay with this figure of money, even if I work 5 to 10 more hours more.
Yep.
I hate to say it, but it's true.
Yep. I actually really like the response to that one. It's, yep, this is a classic move for big company culture. Some of their favorite tactics are, 1, we're a family here. We need to support each other. No, I have a real family. You pay me and I do work for you. That's the basis of our relationship, not blood-related obligations. 2, Agatha needs more time off for surgery. Why don't you coworkers donate some of your personal time to her? Why don't you pay us fairly and give us enough time off to begin with? Number 3, see how Fergus comes in at 8 a.m. and leaves at 5 p.m.? Meanwhile, everyone else is coming in early and staying late. Let's all be mad at Fergus for having healthy boundaries. That's some Darvo shit right there. Yep.
It's true.
Yep.
It is very true. Like, working within your boundaries. Yeah. I like when you find a good company culture and you can work within that culture, working extra doesn't feel like you're working extra.
Yeah.
I don't believe in the whole, and I know you and I agree here. I don't believe in the whole, we're family here bullshit. Like, no, you pay me to pay my bills.
Yep.
The work I do is solely reflecting on the job to the company. Y'all ain't coming to Thanksgiving, bitch. Like, but don't be mad if I, in the times you don't need me extra, I'm leaving at 5 o'clock. Like, no questions asked.
Yep.
There's no way around it. So, no, I like that comment. I think that's a very fair representation of exactly what big company culture is. And
yep.
Don't forget your pizza parties.
Gotta love those.
Next.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching the video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button while you're here and join the Lousy listeners. And also click the join button. For $2.99 a month, you can become a Lousy member where you can get some awesome perks, cool emotes, and interact with Sam and I. Also, click the link to join our Discord and have fun with all the other Lousy listeners. Let's get back to the video.
The shittiest, cheapest pizza out there.
Yeah. Funny story real quick. So the same university I worked for, we went through fall enrollment, which is the busiest time of the year. And at the end of fall enrollment, they were like, hey, we have a massive surprise for y'all. And we're all thinking like, oh shit, yeah, we're getting a free day off or some shit. Like, hell yeah. Well, then we see an email come through that says, hey, such and such is coming around with a cart full of pizza. Make sure you get your pizza, but don't leave your phones. Okay, so you want me to stay tethered to this box while I eat my pizza. Got it. They came around. Of course, came to me. My big ass is like, hell yeah, I got to grab me like 3 slices. They're like, 2. I was like, so my extra time was only worth 2 slices of motherfucking pizza?
So
I thought that was
break
bad.
down. Let's
Oh,
see.
no. Doesn't stop there. I thought that was bad. There was a whole department that didn't get none.
Oh shit.
They didn't buy enough.
They couldn't fucking make another order.
Nope.
They were probably only allotted like $200 for that shit.
Yeah. Couldn't justify it.
So
there were people actively working, watching other people actively work while chowing down on pizza.
Damn. Adding insult to insult. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like 10 cents per slice or something. Like
You would think. But yeah,
that's crazy.
big company culture, y'all.
Yep.
All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to hand over my phone to my boss to check the message I sent? This one's going to get spicy.
Yeah.
My female 26, 3-year-old son got sick and I had to take him to the hospital in the morning. I took an hour off work and texted my boss letting him know why. I arrived to work later and my boss requested to see me in his office. He started questioning me about being late and I told him I already sent him a text telling him why. He said he didn't receive anything, but I assured him that I sent it. He told me to hand over my phone so he could check, but I refused. I asked him to check his phone, but he again denied receiving anything and said there was no point in checking his inbox. He asked that I hand over my phone to see the text I sent, but I still refused and suggested that I open the text to show it to him because I have private messages with my boyfriend that I assume, want anybody to see, let alone my boss. He refused to let me show him anything. I might be faking it. Huh?
To show him saying I might be faking.
Oh, he refused to let me show him saying I might be faking it. But I already have the time and date of the text. He got mad and insisted that I hand it over. I declined and said no. This is my privacy and he does not get to violate it just because he has authority over me. He got more upset and told me to step outside. After making me wait for 30 plus minutes, he had his female assistant try to convince me to let him have a quick look, but I refused. Wow. The argument escalated and I was told to go home till this is figured out. My boss is angry with me and his assistant is claiming that it is such a weird hill to die on and that if I truly did send him a message, then I should just let him have a look. Am I the asshole? I mean, I offered him alternative ways to see the text, but he insisted on checking it himself. I'm an extremely private person, and the thought of him peeking at private, vulnerable conversations with my boyfriend makes me uncomfortable. My boyfriend thinks I should have just given it to him without making a scene.
This is where I feel like we need more context. Because, like, is he actually trying to, like, be like, hey, let me take your phone and actually scroll through it and look at the text message? If that's the case, then no, fuck that. That's shitty. You don't need to do that. Now, if he's just asking you to pull up the text thread between the two of you and just show it to him real quick, like he's not touching the phone, I think that's perfectly reasonable. You know, like I might agree with the assistant there. It's a kind of weird hill to die on. So, I mean, we need more context in that scenario. But based off of the title, it's saying to hand over my phone. So I'm thinking that's got to be it, right? Like he's asking for the phone itself.
I'm gonna say I already have my verdict in mind.
I do too.
Everyone sucks.
Everyone sucks for sure. Yeah, because boss is definitely being weird and creepy for not wanting to pull up his phone, and then
yeah,
you're being weird and creepy for not wanting to pull up your phone. You know. So.
We don't have context here on this, but this sounds like OP is on the chopping block for some reason. Yeah. That their boss is trying to find a way to get them out. And like, this is just a means to an end, you know? Because big companies are going to fucking do that. They'll take any fucking straw they can to break the camel's back. That it's unfortunately
especially if
true.
They really want you gone, like they'll find a way to do it. Like,
yeah, they'll find the most infinite detail, or not infinite, but like the most finite detail, and go, that you're out.
Yep.
Like, but I agree with you. If your boss is asking or demanding you hand your phone over, no. But the out here is for you to simply go, no, blink. There it is. Like, literally, just show the text.
Or just screenshot it and send it to the boss again.
Yeah, if they need, if they need a record of it. Yeah, I'm sure, like, if there's because if you're late or something, there may be a policy for, like, you know, why were you late to work kind of situation. Okay, I get that. You could screenshot it, send it in an email. Boom, they have record of it. Why?
Yeah.
Excusable or not, what doesn't matter. That's not the point. Follow that protocol. But if this is just a straight up a fucking, like, you know, bullheaded match between a boss who is demanding your phone and you who just wants to prove a fucking point, I got to agree with the assistant here. Like, this is a really weird hill to die on. Like,
yeah, God, I'd hate to be the HR person having to deal with this.
But I will say the only caveat to being not the asshole is if your boss is straight demanding you give them your phone.
Yeah, that's super weird if that's the case. Yeah. Which the context kind of leans that way, but there's not enough to fully indicate that. And so that's the reason that him and I are going not the asshole. Reddit, however.
You mean everyone sucks?
Sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, everyone sucks. Yeah, I'll fix that in editing. Then Reddit, however, said not the asshole, which is why I said it, because I was looking at it when I said when I was talking. Which I get if that's the case, but that's typical Reddit fashion and not really look too far into the context. Like, they're just taking it at the face value of it. So
yeah, I do want to make a point here. Like, this whole banter between the two of them in this middle, like, meat of this thread here is like, he started questioning me about being late, but I told him I'd already sent him a text telling him why. He said he didn't receive anything, but I assured him that I sent it. At that very moment is when you could have gone open text, boom, there it is. You could have done that. You could have literally negated all of this extra shit by doing that.
Yep.
That's it. But then you went on to say, he told me to hand over my phone so he could check it, but I refused. I asked him to check his phone. It's just back and forth. There's no purpose behind it. What you have effectively done is taken what probably is, based on what it sounds like, your asshole boss and made him even more of an asshole, but you've also made yourself an asshole in the process because now you become an instigator.
Yep.
So I get why he's getting more mad. Didn't need to be that mad to begin with. He probably was having a bad day or something. But yeah, everyone sucks. You didn't need to instigate it further than it went.
Yeah.
So
I think it's reasonable for a boss to ask for like proof of a request, but not reasonable to ask for personal property. So that's two different things. But anyway, read a couple of comments here. First one, not the asshole. Holy shit, what a serious invasion of privacy. Quoted saying, suggested that I open the text and show it to him. You suggested a very reasonable. Oh, so they did say that?
Wait, where'd they say that? Do we miss that?
I guess.
Suggest that I open the text and show it to him because I have private messages with my boyfriend that I didn't want anybody to see. They're not going to see him if you open the text thread.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, then you're an asshole.
No. Because boss suggested that, or did he?
I asked him to check his phone, but he again denied receiving anything and said there was no point in checking his inbox. He asked that I hand over my phone to see the text I sent, but I still refused and suggested that I open the text to show it to him because I have private messages with my boyfriend that I didn't see anybody see, let alone my boss. He refused to let me show him, saying, okay, no, that you're not an asshole then.
Yeah, so then it's not the asshole for sure.
Yeah, you're not an asshole.
Yeah,
so yes, to our point earlier, you're not an asshole. We
collectively missed the point.
That.
Yeah.
Today's
just not a great day for our brain capacity, apparently.
No. Because it goes on to say, show it to him because I have a private message with my boyfriend that I didn't want anybody to see, let alone my boss. Let's be real here. We don't want nobody to see our nudes to our partner. That's what it is. And we get it. He refused to let me show him, saying I might be faking it, but I already had the time and date of the text. He got mad and insisted that I hand it over.
Yeah, he's being an asshole.
Okay, yeah, no. Negate everything we said to this point.
Not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Remember that whole thing where I said Reddit doesn't look at the deeper context and just take it? Yeah, we did that. Yeah, that was us. Yeah, we're Reddit. Sometimes we're all Reddit, you know?
Future Sam, go ahead and put that beautiful orange logo over our faces. All right. Continue your comments, sir.
Yes. You suggest a very reasonable compromise that would give him all the information he needed from you, and he refused. He just wanted to pry. This is creepy, inappropriate, and most probably illegal. I would report to HR depending on your area's privacy laws. So, yeah. 100%. No, I agree. Yep.
1000%.
Yep.
Next comment down says, not the asshole. Regardless if your boss does or does not have good reason not to trust you, he needs to deal with it like a professional. You can't just invade someone's privacy. This wouldn't even be appropriate in an intimate relationship, never mind a boss-employee relationship. I couldn't agree more.
Yep.
I think the only caveat to this.
But you go ahead. I'll read the response in a second.
I think the only caveat to this comment is like, my wife knows the passcode to my phone. Like,
yeah.
if she needs to get in there. Not that she needs to, because she understands that it's a treasure trove of nonsense that she'll never understand for all the shit that I do on a daily basis.
Yep.
But if she ever needed to like, I don't know, access a fucking document that I might have saved on there or something, like she can get in there and do that. So
Yeah.
that's different though. Your boss, fuck no.
Mm-mm. This is why I always recommend work phones. Just that, and then also I like the response to this. This, and send him an email next time tagging a few other seniors or colleagues too. Can't deny it then. So if you can get a group of proof, then you're good.
You know what I just realized?
What?
We're getting fucking cooked in the comments right now for that shit we just pulled.
Yeah. We're done.
We've had it out.
Yeah.
We own that.
We fully
one.
admit that. Yeah, that's a free one.
Wait a second. I want. There's a bigger chunk to this comment down here that I want to read. It's in the same thread. It says, my much younger sister got held hostage by Burke Williams Spa until she handed over her phone with her banking app open. We paid on our way into our appointments, and by the time we left, the receptionist had changed out. Apparently, the first person hadn't recorded her payment properly. Sis felt okay and sent me and mom off to get a table for lunch. When we saw her again, she was visibly shaking and near tears. Burke Williams refused to believe she'd paid. They told her she couldn't leave. She looked at her bank account, and sure enough, the charge was pending. The manager told her, a frightened 22-year-old, that she had to show him the charge or she couldn't leave, so she did. Needless to say, we've never gone back, and we've explained that they had no right to hold her. They could call the cops or not, but they didn't get to detain her in the lobby over their mistake. And they definitely did not have the right to look at her bank account. Mom reached out to talk to the location manager, but they never bothered calling back.
Oof. Yikes. So don't go to Burke Williams Spa if you live near one.
Yeah, wherever that is, don't go.
That was something like at a place I used to work at, it's retail, charge people money all the time. And if there was ever a concern for, was there a charge? If we can't confirm it, we can't assume that it didn't go through. Like if it didn't go through, it just didn't go through. We write that shit off. Nobody fucking cares. Like, it's it'll, ding the shrink and audit stuff, but that's about it. Like, you're not going to go and refuse to let somebody leave. That is actually kidnapping. That's not a good thing to do. So yeah, don't do that if you're in a similar situation.
Yeah, no, honestly, in that situation, whoever the sister was should have just called the cops right there.
Yeah, I would have just been like, I'll call them for you.
Yeah,
like
ding ding ding. Yes, police.
Yep.
No, I would have called the police immediately. Been like, yeah, I'm being held hostage. Please help.
Yeah,
I think that's it on that one.
Yeah, we took a big L on that.
Yeah, we
that's
did.
fine. You gotta admit your wins and your losses. So
let's fuck this one up even more.
Yeah,
don't forget about the last one.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for quitting my job because of what my boss said? I, 21 female, just quit my job of 2 years because of a situation with my boss. I want to add that my day off has always been Wednesday. Well, I got a call at 9 a.m. to see if I could cover his sister-in-law's shift because she wasn't feeling good. Normally, I would go into work on my day off to cover anyone who wouldn't make it, who couldn't make it. But this was 30 minutes before the store would open, and we would have to be there at 9 a.m. to get the store ready. Also, I didn't have time to take my son, 3 years old, to daycare. I said no because I have to go see my mom in the hospital. She's been having heart problems, already has diabetes, and passed out and has been in the hospital for a few days. Well, when I said no, he was silent and then said, well, to be honest with you, that's not my problem. I don't want the next time you can't work to be this excuse again. I tried reminding him it was my day off, but he had hung up. I just went about my day, visited my mom around 10 a.m. I saw his sister-in-law posted a picture of her with her sister, my boss, and the kids with the caption, breakfast with the family. I sent him a message saying that I know my mom being sick isn't his problem, but trying to get me to cover his sister-in-law's shift just so they could go out for breakfast wasn't the way to go about getting me to come into work on my day off. He tried lying and saying that they didn't go out, and I just sent him the picture and told him I wouldn't be coming back to work anymore. Now I'm getting messages from my old coworkers, his wife and sister-in-law, telling me that I could have just went to see my mom another day, and I made it into a big deal for no reason. So am I the asshole? Clearly.
Fuck.
No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I thought we were doing the whole get this one really wrong, so they forget about the last one.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Such an asshole. Why can't they go see lunch or go have lunch?
Yo, like, fuck your mom, okay? No. The all fucking audacity of this boss.
Is crazy. That's nuts. I wouldn't have quit. I would have just gone straight to HR. Like,
that's if they even have an HR department.
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
This sounds like a mom and pop shop.
I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to say for certain, but yeah, I mean, if there's nepotism already in there, then probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting shitty with your fucking employee when it's their day off because you're gonna have to miss breakfast with the family. You're telling me you couldn't have thought about that plan ahead of time, but like, hey, we're thinking about doing a little family breakfast on Wednesday. Would you mind covering for a bit? We'll come back and like, hell, even compromise. Like, you cover the store for like 2 hours and we'll come back. We'll take care of the rest of the day.
Yeah. Because clearly somebody covered, if that's because they all went out, right? So somebody did something.
Yeah.
But man, fuck this guy, this boss.
I oftentimes have to remind myself, you made this statement and it's rung true ever since. The podcast can either be a high or a low depending on the topic.
Yep.
Tfue is always a high. It's great laughs. And then somehow Am the asshole's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like,
sometimes we get funny ones, but it's been rare lately.
yeah. We've been on a really bad streak of bad fucking stories, man.
Yep.
Let's read some comments. I hope Reddit can cheer us up a little bit. First of all, not the asshole.
Yep.
You said.
Not the asshole.
Reddit says.
Reddit agrees.
Not the asshole.
Yep.
Yeah. Comment 1 here. Not the asshole. You can quit your job for any old reason you like, but especially for your boss being an exploitive, manipulative asshole. Call him out every time if you can afford it, and don't give leaving a second thought. I know we said earlier that you need to be smart and strategic about leaving, especially if you need to find a new job.
No, don't need to do that here. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Run.
If you can leave, get out. Like,
yep. Well, it sounds like they did. So
yeah, exactly. Yep. Like, this is I 100% agree with that comment there.
Yeah, next one. Not the asshole. Your child and mother are your priority, and they're more important to you than someone else socializing for fun. If your boss doesn't understand that, then you can do better. Don't quit immediately, though. Ignore if you already have. Find a job elsewhere, and then you can happily say, see you later, sucker.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
Probably agree with that. No, fuck that. Get the fuck out.
This next comment here actually has an OP response. So the comment says, so let me get this straight. You have an agreement that Wednesday is your day off. You get a call on that specific day if you can come to work anyway, which is fair and can happen sometimes. And it is somehow now your problem.
I think it's supposed to be OP, but no, P and W.
OP, yeah, okay. Yeah, you not the asshole. Next is this entire reason for quitting. For me, it's the dishonest behavior. To them, saying you could have visited your mom at some other day. First of all, no. Any other day would be working. It never occurred to the person who was absent of scheduling her breakfast party another day. That, and when you take a day off outside of your schedule, you typically have to give notice a couple days beforehand. There's no way your ex-boss wouldn't know this on at least Tuesday. In the end, you had plans that Wednesday, so too bad. OP responded, I didn't realize they had deleted their account, but responded saying, yes, when I started, I asked for Wednesday as my day off. My thing is, even when you need a certain day off and tell him with advance, he would say, find someone to trade shifts with to cover yours. And if you couldn't, it's a write-up. So she couldn't find anyone to cover her or trade with, and he's calling me, making it my fault that I can't go to work. That's some family nepotism. Fucking bullshit. That's some nepotism. Bias. Get the fuck out. Yeah. Mm. That is favoritism at a fucking T, dude.
If it's a bigger company, report that shit immediately.
100%.
If it's a mom and pop, put that shit on blast, maybe, because that's fucked.
Yeah, I know. Usually we don't say, post shit to social media, but Glassdoor is a fucking thing.
Yep. Absolutely.
Even they do get toxic on that motherfucker sometimes. Glass doors a weird
Glass
place
door's
to be.
rough to look at sometimes. Like I'll only go and look at the salary part. I'll read the reviews, but that's the thing with reviews. It's hard, man, because like they're either biased to great or terrible, and usually it's terrible.
Yeah.
And so like people are always more willing to leave a comment on a negative experience than a positive one, because people expect positive all the time. So that's the tricky part. And that's like, you know, I've worked in customer service forever, and it's something that we had to deal with on a regular basis as well. Like I could have been perfect, you know, and the best person on the planet could have given somebody $100, and they could have been like, the carpets were moldy 1 star or some shit like that, you know, like, and then I get dinged for it. So it's, yeah, Glassdoor is rough, but anyway, yeah.
But
this guy's,
it's even more rough.
yeah, OP is not the asshole for sure.
Yeah, no. I mean, OP's totally the asshole, dude.
Oh, yeah. You forgot about the other one, right?
Great.
You know what's great? You know what we didn't think about? The magic of editing.
The last story.
Well, that too. Yeah.
What do we not
The
think
magic of editing.
I just picture you like splicing out an entire section, and like we just go like stutter. We're like, oh yeah, no, totally not the asshole.
Well, I could have been like, oh, technical difficulties. Oh no.
Yep. Like, yeah. No.
That's the
polka
polka
music.
music that we play on every episode, including this one. Now that I'm singing it for you, I don't know how the rest of.
I'm gonna use this as an outro.
Now.
Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, let us know in the comments if there's any other Am I the Asshole topics you want to see. Let us know what your thoughts are on this. And yeah, join the Discord. It's in the description. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.